It's March 12th, 2021, and very unique and special day for me. It didn't take me long of entering into the working world as a kid to begin to really question why did I always feel different. I was always the proverbial I'm in this pasture with my head pressed over the fence trying to go, what's over there? Was it that the grass was greener, or was it that I just wondered what else was beyond what I felt was a limitation to some degree? So that has led to the majority of my life being an entrepreneur. Met my wife, fell in love, married, been married 30 years. If you're an entrepreneur, as I have been, it's a unique journey when it's your wife on board and traveling that mission with you. A lot of times you're the visionary and the risk taker, and she's the opposite of that. Is that good or bad? No, because I think the end result is balance. I know it has been for us. But to trust her judgment and to understand that in the end result that God uses both sides to bring balance. And so I've learned a lot from her. I've learned a lot in listening to her feedback and knowing, that's God speaking, through her to me and to us and to our situation. And so I've learned over the years to trust that, to seek that. At first, you always thought that she was trying to rain on the parade, or that she just didn't get it, or what have you. But God wired us differently, intentionally. And so it's taken me a while to realize that. Being an entrepreneur, you always, at least I do, I can speak from my story. I've always wanted to have her drive that business with me, to be that co-laborer, to share that experience of what it's like to really navigate that, to see the highs, to experience the lows together, to really have those times. But it's one thing to really see, a lot of times what they really look at, and it's okay, is what kind of income is it bringing in? Is it profitable? And that's a lot of times a measuring stick for us visionaries and for family. We have budgets, we have financial needs, so it's a must. It's not like it doesn't exist and will go away if we wish it away. It's that they're there to say, hey, I have this thing called a security gland and it's going off right now because it can't see where the money is coming. What's been really good in that journey is watching God form me as a leader in her home, but then in a business and in a community, but then to alter her thinking as well, to where she's more apt to embrace that vision, embrace that idea, embrace the idea of walking away from a steady paycheck, so to speak. And I mean, I've walked away from some jobs that might make you go, But it's really about when you're wired to do things. God wires us in very unique and specific ways. And the more you understand of how He's wired you, the more you can really see that it points in particular directions. If He would gift you, He's more than likely, or I would say He is going to call you to work in an area that utilizes that giftedness. Now, does it mean we might not have areas in our life or time periods in our life where we're working in areas that totally overwhelm us or that don't feel like they're in our wheelhouse at all? Yes, that'll happen. But all in all, He wants to gift us and to allow us to modify and grow those gifts so that He can use us in very specific directions. This morning, today marks a day that I have longed for a while, is to have her by my side, not only in life, which we have done for 30 years together, but in the realm of business. And if you're a business owner today, you know what I'm talking about. To have her in that position with you, to live out, other than looking at the spreadsheet of how the business is doing, to really get to come in there and be a co-laborer with you. Is she going to crawl in a vehicle in detail? That's not really why she's here, but will she? Yes, she will, because she's willing to. But really what I want to help her do is I want, when you call, you to experience her. She's a wonderful human being. To really see, to have, as Truett Cathy, Mr. Cathy taught us and has taught many of you, the second mile service, to really have that, what we really need is customer service to provide those things. So she's coming to help make quick decisions, to be a very integral part of this. There's a movie that has blessed my socks off, and it's called The Greatest Showman. God has used that in my life, as he has his word, to really excite me. Man, the guys that wrote those lyrics, man, they had such insight into our world and what that's like. So anyway, I'm going to hurry up because Beverly is on the way, and she doesn't know it, on the way to our shop. She doesn't know about have flowers and stuff for her here, so I want to film her coming in. Whew. But The Greatest Showman. So I'm gonna tell you that rocks my world. I'm a crying fool every time I watch that, because I'm listening to it right now. As a matter of fact, the soundtrack. When the world becomes a fantasy. Anyway, so there's so much of that really speaks to me, speaks my language. And the parts where his wife is singing these lyrics, they get me every time. When we're in the truck, we love music, we love to sing. Beverly sings very well, and we're in the truck just belting this out. And to hear her sing, I just have to hold her hand every single time, just to absorb that and to imagine that one day that she'll get to do that with me. Oh, today's the day. She's just left her job, her steady paycheck, so to speak, to chase a dream that we have. We both are caught that. And this morning she said, she looked at me in the eyes before she left the house. We're talking about, the bills and stuff that come with it. And they do. There are headaches that come with this, y'all. It's not just pie in the sky, but it's worth it when you're wired for it. And we were talking about the money part this morning and some checks that had to be written and all that. And things are good, and bills are being paid. But she looked at me and she said, I must have made a face when she said that, because she said, don't look like that. She said, because I see it. Oh, I see it. I see the vision. I didn't do that, y'all. God gave her that. I can't give her that. But to get to share that with her, oh my gosh, what a privilege. But she's on her way. I got to figure out where to put you so you can watch this. So I want her to come in. I've got some flowers for her to welcome her to our place of business. It's been hours all along, but you understand what I mean. She's coming here full time to focus on this and grow this with me. I'm excited. It's been a long time coming. I've dreamt this moment for years. And you got to imagine, we've been married 30 years, and the majority of it, 90% probably, I've been self-employed. We've been self-employed. It's a co-venture. We're in this together. So anyway, let me find us a spot, because she's not far from here. So let me get us a spot, and then I'll put you so you can watch. All right, stay tuned.
I close my eyes and I can see a world that's waiting up for me, that I call my own. Through the dark, through the door, through where no one's been before, but it feels like home. They can say it all sounds crazy. They can say I've lost my mind. I don't care, so call me crazy. We can live in a world that we design. 'Cause every night I lie in bed, the brightest colors fill my head. A million dreams are keeping me awake. I think of what the world could be, a vision of the one I see. A million dreams is all it's gonna take. Oh, a million dreams for the world we're gonna make.
She's here.